includes Pell.
Well, the president's well within his bounds to cut off funding for Harvard. Frankly, I don't think we should be funding any of these universities, especially those with massive endowments like they have. You know, and you see here Chuck Schumer, they're cutting cancer research. People are going to die. No, that's not how it works. That's where the private sector comes in. That's where all these companies, you know, the evil pharmaceutical companies, they do invest a fortune. They're not all evil. To come up with medicines to cure human conditions that otherwise aren't going to get cured. So there's...
Another thing is, and people don't realize, you know, these 529 student savings plans that are tax-free, the IRS declared that is federal aid, so they're affected. 2 colleges in the country, as far as I know, Grove City and Hillsdale, do not accept any funds at all. They don't.
Hillsdale, for sure, I know, does not. But, yeah, there are plenty of colleges that don't because they don't want the hand of the federal government influencing their educational model and paradigm, and I applaud them for it.
Right. They Grove City, my son was a graduate from Grove City, set up their own 529 program. They set up their own loan program. They did everything. And if they find out that you took one penny from the federal government, they will kick you out of that college no sooner than you can say Jack Pratt.
Listen, now, I did pay for all the college that I went to, and I did at one point take out a loan. I needed a little extra money, and I had 10 years to pay off my debt, and I never once thought that any taxpayer should be financially responsible for debt that I signed on for willingly myself.
That's the way we did it with our daughter and our son. Harvard should go Grove City. I mean, if they don't like...
Oh, my gosh, $53 billion in an endowment. They don't need money from nurses and hardworking Americans and guys that work on, you know, on the line building cars. I mean, it's just not fair. Or mechanics or anybody.
Welcome to Bulldog Baseball on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com.
Oh, and that ball hit sharply to left field. Left fielder does a good job getting over, cutting that off. He'll hold that to a single there.
Baseball and softball action on KSVP AM and FM and at ksvptv.com is presented by Auto Empire, Amigo Machinery, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Historical Museum, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Bob Reed Pest Control, Kane Electric Supply, Carlsbad Ford, City of Artesia Police Department, Central Valley Electric Cooperative, Beans Incorporated, Devon Energy, Eddy County DWI, Edge Safety, Eastern Mexico University Portales, and ENMU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Ben's Country Market, Forest Tire of Artesia and Carlsbad, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, Hawker & Son, Incredible Printing, J&J Home Care, J.S. Ward, KC Light Tower, KFC, La Fonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Los Agaves Restaurant, Mac Energy, Maupin and Brown Dentistry, Nels Floral, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pressure Services, Smile Expressions, Spur Energy Production, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Sons, Trustmark Roofing, Western Bank, and Wilbanks LLC. Now, on to the action.
Hello, Bulldog fans. Lee Johnson here, play-by-play today. We're going to start in the bottom of the third with the Lovington Wildcats coming up to bat. So the game ended or was put on hold for weather delay, and then it hailed and rained, and so they just postponed it until today, which is Monday. The game is tied 3-3 with Lovington coming up to bat in their half of the third. So basically it's going to be a 4.5 inning game. So the Bulldogs coming in to this game had a record of 15-6 and 4-0 in district. And in Class 4A, they're ranked number 1. The Lovington Wildcats coming into this game are 11-10, 1-3 in district, and ranked number 14 in Class 4A. They take the top 16 teams when it's all said and done, and Lovington's hoping to try to get away with a win somehow in one of these two games to increase their chances to move up a little bit in that ranking. So the coaches and the umpires are meeting at home plate right now. We're fixing to play ball. So for the Wildcats coming up, their batting order is number 4 playing second base, Jaden Gutierrez. Number 2 playing left field, Ryan Weezer. Number 12 playing catcher, Micah Pondo. Number 23 playing third base, Juan Sepulveda. Number 9, hang on. So Sepulveda's playing third. I'll take that back. Number 9 playing third base is Ethan Gonzalez. Number 1 playing center field is Cameron Ochoa. Number 19 playing right field is Fidencio Lujan. Number 10 pitching Auden Paredes. And number 3 playing shortstop Jude Madrid. Bulldogs just took the field on defense. Brian Usherwood on the mound, Frankie Gonzalez behind the plate, Jack Byers at third, Jet Fuentes shortstop, Bub Beauregard playing second base, Dalen Pacheco playing first. In the outfield, left field, number 8 Charlie Campbell. In center field, number 16 Jet Whitmire, and in right field, number 24 Destin Pacheco. Both lineups are basically the same from where we halted the game on Friday. So up for the Wildcats is going to be number 23, the first baseman, Juan Sepulveda. Brian Usherwood finishing with his warm-ups. Wind is blowing straight out from home plate to dead center field today, so at a pretty good clip. Going to be 20 to 30 miles an hour, so anything in there is going to be pushed by that wind and help the ball move that way. Got a few Bulldog fans straggling in, and here's a throw by Frankie Galindo to second base, and we're ready to play.
And now coming up to bat for the Wildcats, number 23, Juan Sepulveda.
Juan Sepulveda stepping in for the Wildcats. He bats from the right side. Brian Usherwood with the windup in the pitch. Curveball for called strike 1. Bulldogs in the outfield are straight away. Usherwood towing the rubber on the first base side of the rubber. And the pitch. Fastball, pop up, shallow left field. Charlie Campbell under it, makes the catch. It's going to go F8 if you're scoring at home.
Now coming up
for the first out of the inning.
Number 9, Ethan Gonzalez.
Good start for Brian Usherwood on the mound. Up for the Wildcats, number 9, the third baseman, Ethan Gonzalez. Good curveball, called strike 1 by Usherwood. Infield playing straight away, outfield playing straight away and fairly deep. Usherwood with the windup. Here's a pitch. Good fastball. Letter high fastball swung through it. 0-2. Usherwood way ahead in the count right here. Gonzalez hitting from the right side. Good curveball. Swinging strike 3 for the second out of the inning.
Now coming up to bat, number 1, Cameron Ochoa.
Now up for the Wildcats is number 1, the center fielder, Cameron Ochoa. He hits from the right side. Usherwood on the first base side of the rubber. Wind up in the pitch. Fastball just off the plate. Here's the pitch. Fouled away off to the right side. Evens the count at 1-1. Bulldogs trying to get a 2-game sweep of this doubleheader and sweep the series. Here's a windup by Brian Usherwood. Ball inside. Runs the count to 2-1. Usherwood with the sign and the pitch. Good fastball. Wildcats can't lay off that chest-high fastball right now. Evens count at 2-2. 2 outs in the inning. Here's a windup in the pitch. Hit hard to left field. Campbell came up, but then he drop steps back and makes a good play on a hard hit ball. That's going to go F7. So 3 up, 3 down for the Wildcats. They get no runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. And we'll be right back.
Mac Energy Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com. Looking for professional window tinting services? Look no further than Reliable Tint in Artesia. Located at 1502 South 1st Street, they specialize in auto and residential window tinting, as well as glass replacement for windshields, side and rear glass. But that's not all. They now offer advanced technology, rock chip, and crack repair, ensuring your vehicle stays in top shape. Open Monday through Saturday, Reliable Tint is here for all of your tinting and glass needs. Call them today, 575-616-9163. Reliable Tint in Artesia, where quality meets reliability.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. Lee Johnson here on the call. Bulldogs coming up in their half of the 4th. It's going to be Aiden Huffman, Charlie Campbell, and Bub Beauregard. I'll set the defense for the Wildcats. Pitching is Auden Paredes. Behind the plate, Micah Pondo. Third baseman, Ethan Gonzalez. Shortstop, Jude Madrid. Second baseman, Jaden Gutierrez. And first baseman, Patrick Sanchez. In the outfield, left fielder, Ryan Weezer. Center fielder, Cameron Ochoa. Right fielder, Fidencio Lujan. And we're ready to play ball. Paredes finished with his warm-up pitches. Aiden Huffman has walked his first time up last game, or on Friday to start this game. Charlie Campbell stands on deck. And Bub Beauregard in the hole. Paredes with the windup in the pitch. Fly ball to left field. And the left fielder, Ryan Weezer, had a beat on that. He had to run a long ways to make the nice running catch for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the left fielder, number 8, Charlie Campbell. Charlie homered Friday. It was a 2-run shot to tie the game at 3-3. Paredes steps off. Paredes just to the first base side of the rubber, of the middle of the rubber. Here's the windup and the pitch. Good curveball, called strike 1. The wind's going to help that curveball today. Give it a little more bite. Campbell's really close to the plate. Pitch gets away from the catcher for ball 1. Campbell's right foot is on the inside of the batter's box, so he's really close. He wants to make sure he has that plate covered on the outside corner for sure. Here's the windup in the pitch. Fastball stays in. Runs a count to 2-1 on Charlie Campbell. Outfielders are fairly deep and straight away for the Wildcats, as the middle infielders are playing about half. I'll call that halfway. Here's the windup in the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Called strike 2. Runs the count to 2-2. Campbell needs to protect the plate right here. Here's the windup by Paredes. And the pitch. Fastball away, and Campbell offers. That would have been ball 3. But nevertheless, it's a strikeout for Paredes for the second out of the inning. Going to bring up number 3, second baseman Bub Beauregard for the Bulldogs. Paredes likes to work quick. He gets his sign from Micah Pondo, the catcher. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fastball stays up. Ball 1. Bulldogs have three more games after today. Thursday and Friday, a 3-game set with the Goddard Rockets. And I thought that hit him, but it was way inside. It didn't get him. Going to run the count to 2-0 on Bub Beauregard. Bub looking to turn the lineup over to the top of the lineup. Frankie Galindo homered the first pitch Friday he saw over the left field wall. Here's a windup by Paredes. Fastball. Outer third for called strike 1. Bub likes to take the count deep, go deep in the count, make the pitcher throw some pitches. Here's a windup in the pitch. Fouled back. Evens the count to 2-2 on Bub Beauregard. We're sitting inside, so we're not getting a lot of wind noise, are we, Jeffrey? Jeffrey Curtis, the engineer today. Good curveball, soft ground ball in the 4-hole. It's going to be a close play. He's going to be safe. That's going to go as an infield single for Bub Beauregard. So it was a curveball, and he just kind of, swing, slow roller past the pitcher in the 4-hole. The second baseman left the bag, and it was a foot race. So Bub Beauregard on with 2 outs, going to bring up the catcher, number 17, Frankie Galindo. Frankie homered, as I said, his first pitch he saw on Friday over the left field wall. Bub Beauregard gets a good lead. Here's the windup in the pitch. That ball was down for ball 1. I said wind up. He's out of the stretch, as is Paredes. I would expect Bub Beauregard's going to be stealing. We stole 10 bases Thursday of last week on Lovington. And he's off. Called strike. Ball goes in the outfield. I thought Bub might have popped up and tried to go to third, but he stayed at second. Galindo with a runner in scoring position. Going to take a 2-out hit right here to score Bub Beauregard. Count is 1-1. That last pitch was a strike. Frankie took it. Paredes on the first base side of the rubber gets his sign, takes a look at Beauregard at second, and here's the pitch. Curveball fouled down the right field line, way out of play. Lots of foul territory here at the ballpark in Lovington. Center fielder has Frankie shaded just to the pull side of center. Paredes. One look at Beauregard, and here's the pitch. Curveball hits him. Hits him right in the helmet. That's good. It was a curveball. It didn't hurt quite as much. So that's a hit by pitch. It's going to bring up
Not too bad for the Bulldogs. Number 2, Jet Fuentes.
number 2, the shortstop, Jet Fuentes. Bulldogs looking to do some 2-out damage right here to take the lead. Score is knotted at 3. There was an open base for Galindo. I know Paredes didn't want to hit him, but 2 outs in the inning. Runner's going to be off on contact. Here's the pitch. Fastball stays up. Jet should be looking to drive something out of the infield for sure. Jet is 1 for 2 on the day. Singled in the first. Fastball called, strike 1. Jet didn't agree with that. That looked like it was off the plate, but that's what he's calling. Jet gingerly moved up 3 inches to the plate to get that outside pitch covered. Not a bad idea. Pondo set way off the plate. Ball 2. That was a little bit further out than that last pitch. Runs the count to 2-1. Jack Byers waiting on deck. Paredes gets the sign, comes set, and the pitch. Fastball on the corner, runs the count to 2-2. Jet's going to have to battle with 2 strikes right here. Much better day at the ballpark. A little breezy, but that's okay. That's eastern New Mexico, southwest Texas. That's a common occurrence. Better than a hailstorm, and a rainstorm, and a windstorm. Paredes gets his sign, comes set, and the pitch. Fastball away, going to run the count to full. Runner's going to be off on this next pitch. Runners need to make sure that the pitcher's going to the plate before they take off. Extra base hit. Could score 2 right here. Galindo has a giant lead at first. Fastball away. Kind of walking. Going to be a base on balls for Jet Fuentes. Good at-bat by Jet. Being down in the count, 2 strikes. Going to bring up the third baseman, number 12, Jack Byers. We're going to have a pitching conference on the mound. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Wildcats. It's going to be number 9 on the mound coming in. That is Ethan Gonzalez. Going to take his warm-ups. And he missed the catcher by 10 feet on that first toss. That may be a good sign for the Bulldogs. We just got a 2-man umpiring crew. It's an Artesia crew today. They've always, about the last 6 years, we've been short on umpires. There's an umpire shortage for one reason or another. So you can't have a 3-man crew every time, and it can't be the crew that you probably want, but these are 2 really good umpires. I coached with one, and I coached the other one standing at second base, Greg Tutak. Looks like he's got a couple more warm-ups right here. Jack looking to do damage. Pondo trots out and talks with Ethan Gonzalez. I'm writing down. That's why it's silent right here. Sorry about that. We are on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. And what 99? AM 990. I'll try to remember all that. Jeffrey will have to remind me. Keep helping me out. Jack Byer steps in. Gonzalez out of the stretch curveball. Stays down for ball one. Gonzalez on the first base side of the rubber about as far as he can go. He gets a sign, come set. Fastball, outside corner, called, strike one. Bases full of Bulldogs. A single will score two. Extra base hit could do more damage. Pitch, fastball, way off the plate for ball two. I think some information's been relayed to Jack. He's pretty close. He's got long arms. His hands are on the inside corner of the plate right now. He hits that one hard. That one could be out of here. That hits the scoreboard for a grand slam. Jack Byers with 4 RBIs on one swing to increase. The Bulldogs take the lead 7-3. That was a 4 RBI grand slam by Jack Byers. That all comes with 2 outs. Bulldogs 2-out rally. They can do it. They can hit from top to bottom for sure. I'm not sure if the scoreboard wasn't on, but that would have knocked some lights out. It hit the scoreboard really hard. Here's the pitch at Dalen Pacheco. Pacheco playing first, wearing number 9. Bulldogs have their black tops on, white bottoms. Takes ball one. Here's the pitch by Gonzalez. Curveball. Stays down for ball two. Here's the windup by Gonzalez. Pitch. High fly ball. It's going to be in shallow left center. Shortstop was backing up, and it falls harmlessly for a single. Pacheco singles. It's going to bring up the pitcher, number 7, Brad Usherwood. So the shortstop, Jude Madrid, he drop step, but then he started backpedaling. That's a no-no for an infielder. Kind of feet got caught up. There's the first pitch. That's gonna stay in foul territory. First baseman loses it, and it falls right in the first base coaching box. So Brian Usherwood has new life. What was a pitcher you really need for your infielders to make those types of plays? He's got sunglasses on. Sometimes you got to hold your glove up to block that sun. That sun's right in a bad spot where it is for the right side of the infield and outfield to look at. Here's a pitch. Hard hit ball down the left field line. That's going to one-hop the fence. Usherwood going to end up with a stand-up double, and Dalen Pacheco goes from first to third on that double. That was a hard hit, one right down the line for Brant Usherwood. Going to bring up the center fielder, number 16, Jet Whitmire. Jet with the single can do more damage.
Courtesy runner, number 6.
Okay, courtesy runner at second base for Brant Usherwood. That's going to be Derek Warren. Warren with good speed at second. Here's a pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Fouled off by Jet Whitmire.
You could have got that.
Jet just looking to get something out of the infield. It'll score 2 runs. Gonzalez out of the stretch in the pitch. Fastball away. Evens the count at 1-1. Outfield still deep, kind of shaded to pull. Here's a pitch, fastball on the corner, called strike one. Going to run the count to 2-1. Jet didn't think that was a strike. And the pitch, hard line drive to the second baseman. He hit that one right on the nose, but that's going to go at F4. Bulldogs get, let's see, 4 runs on 3 hits. 2 runners left on, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. After 3.5, Bulldogs 7, Wildcats 3. And we'll be right back.
Wilbanks LLC and Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC has over 37 years of experience from 1987 to 2025 in the Permian Basin oil and gas industry. Wilbanks recently divested out of the rig moving operations to focus exclusively on providing crane services to support the growing demand in the basin. Wilbanks continues to provide quality, expert, and performance-based services to a multitude of customers, with a fleet ranging from 60-ton to 350-ton cranes and locations in Hobbs, Artesia, and Odessa, Texas. We hope that you will consider our team for projects ranging from plant build, compressor sets, to general site build. Please call us at 575-746-6318 to find out what we can do for you. Wilbanks LLC, your regional expert in the crane world.
Welcome back, baseball fans. Lee Johnson here on the call. Bulldogs with 4 in their half of the 4th. Fidencio Lujan, the right fielder for the Wildcats, steps in, and he took ball 1. Usherwood still on the mound. Good fastball inside corner. Strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1 on Lujan. He bats from the left side. Usherwood looking for a shutdown inning. And the pitch. That one got away from him. Stays high and away to Fidencio Lujan, the Wildcat right fielder. Here's a pitch. It's off the plate. Ball 2. Count is 2-1 on Lujan. Here's a pitch. Fastball stays up. Or that was ball 4. I missed a pitch. Lujan draws a walk.
Now coming up to bat for the Wildcats, number 10, Adi Paredes.
Going to be the third baseman, Auden Paredes, coming up. Paredes hitting from the right side, and the pitch. Good curveball, swings through it for strike 1. Wildcats trying to get something going in their half of the 4th. Wind still blowing straight out from home plate to dead center. That's going to be a line drive over the shortstop for a single.
Now coming up to
Wildcats got something brewing right here. Runners on first and second with the shortstop, Jude Madrid. He's wearing number 3 for the Wildcats. Wildcats have on their blue tops, white numbers and lettering, and white pants with a blue pinstripe. We've got some dust blowing. There's a big field to the west of here, to the south and the west, and every time the wind gusts, it blows a little dust. Usherwood looking at second. He shows bunt, fouls it straight back, does Jude Madrid. Bulldogs here just need to get an out on this play. Wildcats trying to play a little small ball. We'll see if they do it again. Usherwood trying to roll a ground ball double play. That pitch is over his head. Madrid ducked under that pitch. It stayed inside. It evens the count at 1-1. Pacheco playing in since he's not holding the runner at first. Runners at first and second. Lujan at second base and Paredes at first. He shows bunt again. Oh. Galindo trying to throw the ball. Usherwood wasn't ready for it, and Galindo threw it as hard as he could. Usherwood's pretty tough. I'd have to walk that one off. Hit him right in the chest. I hope he's okay. He's on the rubber again. He's on the far first base side of the rubber is Brant Usherwood. I don't know if Frankie was trying to pick to second or throw it real hard back to Usherwood. Good curveball, swinging, strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
Now coming up to bat for the Wildcats, number 4, Jaden Gutierrez.
Going to bring up the second baseman wearing number 4, Jaden Gutierrez. He singled last time up. He's 2 for 2 in the game. Usherwood gets his sign, comes set, looks at Lujan. There's a fly ball to left center. Jet Whitmire on his horse. He makes a good running catch. Great running catch by Jet Whitmire. Looking into the sun, catching it over his shoulder. Really a nice play. He had to run a long way because he was in straightaway center field, and he had to run a good 25 yards full speed. Going to bring up the left fielder, number 2, Ryan Weezer. Weezer singled last time up. That ball's going to hit him. That's going to be the third hit by pitch by Brant Usherwood on the Wildcats. 2 on Friday and then 1 today. That's going to load the bases. Going to take a 2-out. Going to take a 2-out hit by the catcher Micah Pondo right here.
Now coming to bat for the Wildcats, number 12, Micah Pondo.
Pondo grounded to short last time up. He singled once on Friday to start the game. Usherwood out of the windup. He's on the far first base side of the rubber. Here's the windup in the pitch. Good curveball, swinging, strike 1. Bulldogs have a play at any base. Bases are loaded. Wildcats are going to be off on contact. Here's a windup in the pitch by Usherwood. Good curveball. Swinging, strike 2. Usherwood way ahead in the count right here. Probably doesn't want to give him a really good pitch to swing at right here. We'll see what they have in mind. He and Frankie Galindo. Galindo sets up off the plate. Good curveball. Galindo has to smother that. Good idea. Pondo doesn't offer at that pitch in the dirt. Runs the count to 1-2. He's down in the count. Usherwood gets the sign, wind up, and the pitch. Fastball on the corner, called, strike 3. Usherwood works his way out of that jam. Wildcats can't answer and come up with no runs.
Heading into the top of the 5th inning, the score is 7-3, Artesia.
Gonna be one hit on, or no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and three Wildcats left on base. After 4 complete, Bulldogs 7, Wildcats 3, and we'll be right back.
It's Chevy Truck Month at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. Right now, receive 2.9% APR for 72 months on select 2025 Silverado 1500 models. Our new vehicle specialists are here to assist you throughout the entire hassle-free buying experience. We have a great selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs to choose from and look forward to seeing you here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
Offer ends April 30th, 2025. APR for well-qualified buyers on approved credit. Visit GuyChevy.com. Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy.
And welcome back, Bulldog fans and baseball fans. Bulldogs score 4 in their half the 4th by a grand slam home run by Jack Byers. Going to bring up the DH.
Now coming up to bat for the Bulldogs, number 10, Aiden Huffman.
Aiden Huffman. Aiden flew out to center last time up. He's 0 for 1 in the game. He walked his first time up Friday. Looking to get something going for the Bulldogs. Charlie Campbell on deck. Bub Beauregard in the hole. Curveball by Gonzalez stays away for ball 1. Huffman's toes are on the inside of the white line in the batter's box. Fastball stays away for ball 2. Ethan Gonzalez on the mound. Micah Pondo for the Wildcats behind the plate. Fastball fouled away. That's going to stay in for the catcher. Pondo makes a good catch. Doesn't give up on the ball. That wind kept that ball in the park. Nice play by Pondo. If you're scoring at home, that's going to go F2. Going to bring up the left fielder, number 8, Charlie Campbell. Campbell struck out swinging his last time up. He homered on Friday, 2-run home run to tie the game. Good curveball by Gonzalez. Campbell swings through that pitch. He was a good bit out in front of that. Gonzalez took something off that curveball. Wind up in the pitch. Another curveball stays down for even to count at 1-1. I'll set the defense for the Wildcats after this next pitch. Here's a windup in the pitch by Gonzalez. Curveball stays down for ball 2. On the infield at third base for the Wildcats. Auden Paredes, shortstop Jude Madrid, second baseman Jaden Gutierrez, first baseman Patrick Sanchez. Here's a windup in the pitch by Gonzalez. Fastball stays away. Runs the count to 3-1. Aiden Huffman way ahead in the count. He can be selective right here if he wants to. Outfielders, Ryan Weezer in left. Carmen Ochoa in center. Fidencio Lujan in right for the Wildcats. And the pitch. Fastball, outside corner. Runs the count full on Huffman. He took one step towards first but had to come back. All the Bulldogs are way up on the plate. Here's the pitch. Fastball stays down. Huffman draws the leadoff walk. Or Campbell does. I apologize. Campbell with excellent speed at first. Going to bring up the second baseman, number 3, Bub Beauregard. Huffman popped out to the catcher. My mistake. There's hard ground ball to the shortstop. He bobbles it, does Jude Madrid. It's going to go at E6. That was a hard 2-hopper in the hole. His only play was going to be to second base. Looked like he could have rushed that just a little bit. So Bub Beauregard on. Going to turn the lineup over to the top of the order. Going to bring up the catcher, number 17, Frankie Galindo. Galindo hit by pitch last time up. He has grounded to short also. Here's the pitch. He squares to bunt. Catcher throws the ball out in center field. The runners are going to advance. I'm not sure what he was doing. Campbell coming home all the way from second base, and he scores. That's going to go as an E2. Bub Beauregard goes from first to third on that play. Frankie Galindo showed bunt. I don't know if he bunted at the ball. I don't know if he missed a sign or the base runners missed a sign, but the base runners were way off the bag, and the catcher, Pondo, tried to pick to second, and he threw the ball to center field. Galindo trying to get the ball out of the infield right here with the runner at third, Bub Beauregard. Bulldogs come up with their 8th run. Gonzalez out of the stretch. He's on the third base side. Hard line drive to left field by Frankie Galindo. Beauregard trots in to give the Bulldogs their 9th run. Runs the score 9-3. Artesia Bulldogs. Going to bring up number 2, the shortstop, Jet Fuentes. I'm assuming Frankie Galindo's going to be off on one of the next two pitches. Bulldogs stole 10 bases Thursday of last week. Galindo's off on the pitch. High fly ball. Shortstop Jude Madrid backs up. Tips his cap off. I don't know why he did that, but he makes the play. It's going to go as F6.
Now coming up to bat for the Bulldogs, number 12, Jack Byers.
2 outs in the inning. Frankie Galindo still at first base. Going to bring up the third baseman, number 12, Jack Byers. Jack homered last time with the bags full of Bulldogs. High fly ball. That's a major league pop-up right there. That's going to be tough play. Center fielder calls off the shortstop, makes a good play. It's going to go to F8. So the Bulldogs get 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors in the inning, and they leave 1 on base. After 4.5, Bulldogs 9, Wildcats 3. After 5.5. Okay. Jeff corrected me. Thanks, Jeff. We'll be right back after these messages.
Edge Safety and Services, LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has an immediate opening for roustabout crew and a safety technician. Position requires a clean driving record and must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screening. Edge Safety offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please email resumes to edgecoding@yahoo.com or apply in person at 2801 North Freeman in Artesia. Edge Safety and Services is an equal opportunity employer. Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, IDEC, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location, too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
Welcome back, baseball fans. Lee Johnson here on the phone. We're at the ballpark at Lovington, New Mexico.
Number 23, Juan Sepulveda.
Bulldogs got 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. Wildcats coming up in their half of the 5th. Going to bring up the first baseman, Juan Sepulveda. Fastball, grounded past third base, foul territory. Sepulveda flew out to center field his last time up. Brad Usherwood still the pitcher. Frankie Galindo behind the plate. I'll set the rest of the defense after this pitch. Here's good fastball. Stays up. Runs a count to 1-1. Jack Byers at third base. Jet Fuentes at shortstop. Bub Beauregard at second base. And Dalen Pacheco at first base. Here's the pitch. Fastball popped up. Headed towards Bub Beauregard at second base. He's under it. The wind plays havoc, but he stays with it for the first out of the inning. That's going to go at F4 if you're scoring at home. It's going to bring up the pitcher, number 9, Ethan Gonzalez. Gonzalez struck out his first time up today. Here's a pitch by Underwood. Good curveball, fouled back. Usherwood settling in, throwing lots of strikes. That's what he wants to do with a big 6-run lead right here. In the outfield. I'll give it after this pitch. Good fastball, swinging strike 2. Charlie Campbell in left, Jet Whitmire in center, Destin Pacheco in right. Wind still blowing at a good clip, straight out. Here's the windup in the pitch. Curveball stays down. Galindo smothers that. Going to run the count to 1-2 on Gonzalez. He's the pitcher for the Wildcats. Fastball. He fouls that well off to the left side. Good fastball by Brian Usherwood. That was at the top of the strike zone. Usherwood on the first base side of the rubber. That's where he's been to start with. Outfielders playing Gonzalez straight away. Fastball on the corner, called strike 3. Nice pitch by Brandt.
For the Wildcats, number 1, Kevin Ochoa.
For the second out of the inning, going to bring up the center fielder, number 1, Kevin Ochoa. Ochoa popped to first last time up. Popped out to first. Here's a windup in the pitch. Curveball stays away. Ball 1. Wildcats trying to get something going with 2 outs. And Usherwood trying to throw another scoreless inning here. That fastball stays up, runs the count to 2-0. Ochoa ahead in the count. Infielders playing straight away for the Bulldogs. Good curveball. He hits that one off. Cues it off the end of the bat. Usherwood covers first. Nice toss by Pacheco to retire Ochoa. So they get no runs on no hits, no runners, no errors, no runners left on base after 5 complete. Bulldogs 9, Wildcats 3, and we'll be right back.
Hi Artesia, Cambria here from your local KFC and Taco Bell. And boy, do I have some amazing Tuesday deals for you. If you're grabbing a quick bite for yourself, you gotta try our country fried steak meal. This includes our delicious home-style country fried steak patty served with mashed potatoes and white gravy, creamy coleslaw, and a buttermilk biscuit, all just for $4.99. Looking to feed the whole fam? We got you covered. Try our $20 meal deal. This includes 8 pieces of all dark meat chicken, large mashed potatoes and gravy, a large coleslaw, and 4 buttermilk biscuits. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog, and we hope to see you soon at your local KFC and Taco Bell.
Interested in being an electric lineman? Central Valley Electric Cooperative is hosting a lineman camp May 29th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the CVE office at 1403 North 13th Street in Artesia. Camp is open to ages 17 to 22. Come spend the day with CVE linemen and learn about electricity and perform hands-on activities. Lunch will be provided. For more information and to register, visit cvecoop.org or call 575-746-3571. See if you have what it takes to be an electric lineman on May 29th at CVE's Lineman Camp. We hope to see you there.
Welcome back, baseball fans. Lee Johnson here. We're broadcasting on AM 990, KSVPTV.com, YouTube, and Facebook. I think I got all that covered. Here's the pitch by Gonzalez to Dalen Pacheco leading off. Pacheco 3 for 3 in the game. All 3 singles. He takes called strike 1. That curveball stays away, evens the count at 1-1 on Dalen. Dalen looking to get something started for the Bulldogs in their half of the 6th. Here's a windup by Gonzalez. Fastball stays away, runs the count to 2-1. Wildcat infielders playing straight away, as are the outfielders. Left fielder, the center fielder playing just shading Dalen just slightly to pull in center field. Wind still blowing straight away. If you drew a line from home plate to dead center, that's the way the wind's blowing. Fastball stays away. Pacheco draws the leadoff walk for the Bulldogs. Going to bring up the pitcher, number 7, Brant Usherwood. Usherwood doubled last time up. I think we're going to have a pinch runner. That's going to be Isaac Casadas. Going to pinch run for Pacheco at first. No outs in the inning after the leadoff walk by Pacheco. Usherwood doing some housekeeping at the plate. Now he's ready to go. Oh, he was looking at his signs. They have their signs on like a wristband that he keeps in his back pocket. Gonzalez from the stretch and the pitch stays in for ball 1. Casadas at first. Pinch runner for Pacheco. No outs in the inning. Casados has a giant lead at first base. We'll see if he's going to be off. Here's the pitch. Inside corner. Evens the count at 1-1 on Usherwood. Usherwood gets the signs from Coach Bickle. Jackson Bickle, head coach for the Bulldogs. Gonzalez comes set and the pitch. Fouled straight back. Runs the count to 1-2 on Usherwood. He's going to have to protect the plate. Jet Whitmire standing on deck. Whitmire made an outstanding running catch in left center last inning, or 2 innings ago. Here's the pitch. Usherwood swings through it. Casados caught stealing, so that's the old-fashioned double play. Strike him out, throw him out. Two outs in the inning. Nice throw by Pando to second to retire Casados trying to steal. He got a bad jump on that pitch. Going to bring up Jet Whitmire. Jet hits one off the end of the bat. This is going to be a tough play. The pitcher didn't know if the first baseman was going to take the ball or vice versa, and Jet Whitmire ends up with an infield single. That's miscommunication between Gonzalez and the first baseman. That would be Juan Sepulveda at first. Going to bring up the designated hitter, number 10, Aiden Huffman. Whitmire was off on the pitch. That was a hit and run. That was fouled back by Huffman for strike one. Charlie Campbell stands on deck. Huffman looks down at third for the signals. He's looking at his signs on his card there. We'll see if Whitmire's off on the pitch. Line drive down the third baseline. That pitch was a ball, and he pulled it way foul. That's going to run the count to 0-2 on Huffman. He's going to have to protect the plate. Whitmire taking his lead. He's off. Fouled straight back by Huffman. Whitmire had a running lead on that pitch. The pitcher did not even make him stop. As I said on Thursday, we had 10 stolen bases. I don't know if that's a game record or not. Whitmire, that's fouled back by Huffman. He's doing a good job of staying alive. Count still 0-2. Home plate umpire needs some baseballs. Gonzalez on the mound. Pondo behind the plate for the Wildcats. There are 2 outs in the inning from a strike him out, throw him out at second for the 2 outs. That fastball stays away, runs the count to 1-2. We'll see if Whitmire's off on the pitch. He's got a walking lead. That pitch would have hit Huffman if he'd have let it go. He swung at it and fouled it back. He does that a lot. He needs to find a way not to swing at that pitch that's well inside off the plate. He's done that twice in this at-bat. Here's the pitch. Curveball just fouled back. Good job by Aiden to stay alive. As I said, Charlie Campbell, the left fielder, waiting on deck. Jet Whitmire getting tired over there at first base. He's got his lead. In the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Swinging strike 3 to retire Huffman. Bulldogs get no runs on 1 hit. No errors and 1 man left on base. After 5.5. After 6.5. After 5, well, that's really 5.5. It's not 6 yet because they're fixing to hit. We'll be right back.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925, we have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
Searching for a church that honors God? Come to First Church Artesia at 4th and Grand. We're a family of believers putting Christ first, preaching the Bible with reverence and uniting all ages in family-integrated worship. Sundays at 10:45 a.m., experience the timeless truth and heartfelt praise. We're reaching Artesia with the good news, living all of Christ for all of life. Check out artesiareform.com or find us on Facebook, First Church Artesia, where faith thrives.
Welcome back, baseball fans. Lee Johnson here on the call. Fidencio Lujan stepping in for the Wildcats. Just took ball 1 from Brad Usherwood. Fastball, swinging, strike 1. Evens count at 1-1. Bulldogs up 9-3 on the Wildcats. Lujan hitting from the left side. Here's the pitch. Fastball, swinging, strike 2. Usherwood looking for another shutdown inning. He's throwing a lot of strikes right now. Good pitch. Swing on a high outside pitch by Lujan to go down swinging for the first out of the inning. Good job by Brent Usherwood. Going to bring up the third baseman, number 10, Autumn Paredes. He hits from the right side. Usherwood with the pitch. Good curveball. Flared down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Lands fair for the single by Paredes. He just went with that curveball. Didn't hit it real well, but hit it in a good spot down the right field line behind Dalen Pacheco at first base. Going to bring up the shortstop, number 3, Jude Madrid. He hits from the right side. Bulldogs looking to roll a double play right here to end the inning. Usherwood gets his sign, comes set. And the pitch. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Good job by Usherwood attacking the strike zone. He just needs to fill it up. If they hit it, they hit it. Let his defense work. He comes set. And the pitch. That curveball sailed over Paredes' head for ball 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Excuse me, that's Jude Madrid up. I said Paredes. Paredes is at first. Here's a pitch. Fastball, jams him, gets in on him. That pitch 8, Jude Madrid up. He fouled it off to the first base side. He's down in the count, 2 strikes. Paredes at first. Usherwood comes set in the pitch. Fastball. Swinging, strike 3.
Now coming up to bat, number 4, Jaden Gutierrez.
Good job by Brant Usherwood. He has 2 swinging strikeouts here in the inning for 2 outs. Going to bring up the top of the order, second baseman number 4, Jaden Gutierrez for the Wildcats. Usherwood picked to first. Here's a pitch. Fastball. He's got that high heater working right now. Wildcats can't lay off of it. That pitch was out of the strike zone to Gutierrez, but he swung at it. Couldn't hold up. Usherwood with the pitch. Another high fastball. He thought he'd go to the well again, but Gutierrez did not offer at that one. Evens the count at 1-1. Bulldogs playing straight away, infield and outfield. Here's the pitch. Fastball laced down the right field line in foul territory for strike 2. Good crowd at the game. Good crowd for the Wildcats as well as the Bulldogs. Usherwood with the pitch. Fastball. It's a 3-hopper to the shortstop. Tough play for Jet Fuentes. I'm going to rule that an infield. I'm going to rule that an infield single. He had to come way hard. That ball was hit very softly. Tough play on that choppy infield. Going to bring up number 2. There's left fielder Ryan Weiser. Runners at first and third. So Paredes went from first to third on that play. Here's the pitch. Back good fastball. Swung right through it, did Weiser. There are 2 outs in the inning. Usherwood looks at first, comes set, and the pitch. Good curveball. Called strike 2. Usherwood way ahead in the count against Weiser. Don't know if the Wildcats will put something on with runners on first and third right here. They're down 6 runs. Fastball. Galindo keeps that in front of him, does a good job. Runners cannot advance. Runs the count to 1-2 on Weiser. He's playing left field for the Wildcats today. Usherwood looks at first, comes set, and the pitch. Fastball. Single past Jack Byers at third. That's going to score a run for the Wildcats. That's going to be a 2-out single by Ryan Weiser, and he gets an RBI on that to bring the score to 9-4.
Now coming up to bat, number 12, Micah Pondo.
Going to bring up the catcher for the Wildcats, number 12, Micah Pondo. He struck out looking his last time up. Wildcats have runners at first and second with 2 outs, still trying to do a little damage. Here's the pitch. Curveball stays down. Good job by Frankie Galindo. He smothered that. Weiser hit that hard ground ball past to the left of Jack Byers. Byers couldn't get to it. Usherwood check second. And the pitch. Good fastball. Fouled away to the right side. On the catcher, Micah Pondo for the Wildcats. That evens the count at 1-1. Usherwood gets his... He's looking for a sign from Galindo. He checks second. And the pitch. Fastball stays up. Runs the count to 2-1. Usherwood looking to get out of this inning with no further damage. Curveball stays up. Runs the count to 3-1 on Pondo. Brant really doesn't want to walk the bases loaded right here. We'll see what he comes in with right here. Check second base. And the pitch. That was a curveball that stayed in. Pondo yanked that one down the left field line. Not too hard. It got in on his hands. Gonna run the count to full. The runners will be off on the pitch for the Wildcats. Runners at first and second. Weiser at first. Usherwood checks the runner at second. And the pitch. Curveball stays up for ball 4.
Now coming up to bat, number 23, Juan Sepulveda.
Going to bring up the first baseman, number 23, Juan Sepulveda. He popped up to the first baseman last at-bat. We're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher. That's going to be number 8 for the Wildcats. Let me look right here. That's going to be Caden Mitchell, courtesy runner at first base. Wildcats, bags full of Wildcats. Sepulveda hitting from the right side. Here's a windup in the pitch. Fastball stays away for ball 1. No place to put Sepulveda. Usherwood got to come to him. Usherwood gets his sign. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fastball on the corner for strike 1. Evens the count, 1-1. Here's a pitch by Usherwood. Curveball. Catches the inside corner. He front doors him on that one. Sepulveda let that one. Did not offer at that. Took it for a called strike 2. Here's a windup in the pitch. Good fastball by Usherwood. Laced down the right field line by Sepulveda to stay alive. He's staying alive. Counts at 1-2. Bulldogs have a play at any bag. Bases are loaded. Here's a windup in the pitch. Good job by Sepulveda to foul that inside fastball away. Staying alive. Count still 1-2. Bulldogs looking to get out of this inning. Was just giving up 1 run. Usherwood working hard out there on the mound. He gets a sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fastball pops straight up in the infield. Jet Fuentes camped under it, and he makes a good play to retire the Wildcats. Wildcats get 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. 3 men left on base. After 6 complete. Bulldogs 9, Wildcats 4. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Artesia High School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Deans Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Deans Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. Lee Johnson here on the call. We're broadcasting on AM 990, KSVPTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube. Hope you're watching and or listening. Stepping in for the Bulldogs, Charlie Campbell. Here's a pitch by Gonzalez. That hits him square in the back. Curveball stayed in. So Campbell on, hit by pitch. Going to bring up Bub Beauregard, the second baseman.
Now for that Bulldogs, number 3, Caden Beauregard.
Bub singled and got on a hard ground ball to the shortstop last time up. Campbell takes his lead. Gonzalez, Campbell off on the pitch. Here's a throw by Pondo. Goes out in the center field. Campbell's going to go from first to third on that play. I'm going to give an E2 on that runner advancing from second to third. He one-hopped it there. Bub Beauregard, now his job's trying to get the ball out of the infield to score Campbell from third. I believe that was called strike on that first pitch. Here's the pitch, well outside. Pondo has to backhand that one. Ethan Gonzalez, the pitcher for the Wildcats. Bub Beauregard at the plate. And the pitch. Swinging strike 2. Looked like a curveball. He swung through that curveball. Gonzalez with the pitch. That ball's laced to left center. That's going to find a gap. Off the wall by Bub Beauregard. He's going to come in with a stand-up double and an RBI. Bub drilled that pitch to left center. Hit well up on the wall. I thought that had a chance to get out of here, but it stayed in the park. He laced that fastball for a stand-up double, RBI. Going to bring up the catcher, leadoff hitter, Frankie Galindo. Frankie's 2 for 3 in the game. That fastball stays away. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. I'm surprised Frankie didn't jump on that one. That was belt-high fastball. Bub Beauregard at second base. He doubled hard off the left field fence. Galindo laces that past Coach Bickle. He had to duck. I'd have a helmet on down there. I'm not that quick. Going to run the count to, I believe it's 1-2 on Frankie Galindo. Here's a pitch. Pondo wanted that. That evens the count. That was a pretty close pitch. That's fastball just off the plate. Runs the count to 2-2 on Frankie Galindo. Bulldogs have a runner at second. They're looking to answer again. Get that 11th run in. Gonzalez with the pitch. Hits him right in the back. That's the second hit by pitch of the inning. He just left that pitch in, hit Frankie right between the 1 and the 7. Going to bring up second baseman, the shortstop, Jet Fuentes. Jet's 1 for 3 in the game. He popped up to shortstop last time up. There are no outs in the inning. Bulldogs have runners on first and second. That wind's blowing hard, a little bit harder now. Here's the pitch. Runners are off. Bub Beauregard got a bad jump. He was thrown out at third by Pondo. Makes a good throw. That was a double steal. So Galindo's still at second base, or standing at second. Beauregard thrown out at third. Gonzalez comes set, and the pitch. Fouled straight back. Didn't look like Bub had a good jump to me. Pondo made a really good throw to third, chest-high throw. Bub tried to avoid the tag, but the third baseman kept that tag on him. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman, one hopper. He throws to first for the out. Galindo goes from second to third on the play, on that fielder's choice.
Next is the bat for the Bulldogs, number 12, Jack Byers.
Going to bring up the third baseman, number 12, Jack Byers. So Frankie Galindo stands at third. There are two outs. No, that was the first out of the inning. No, that was the second out. Bud Beauregard was put out at third. Jack looking to drive that runner in from third base in Galindo. Gonzalez from the stretch. Byers fouls that one straight back. It's going to be in play for the catcher. That's a fair ball. It's going to be a single for Jack Byers. So Pondo, the catcher, tried to make the play. The easiest play would have been for the pitcher Gonzalez, but he just he didn't come up and catch the baseball. That was really that's not the catcher's play. But he tried to make the play, but he missed the ball by a foot. Going to bring up the first baseman, Dalen Pacheco. Runners Galindo could not advance from third on that since the ball landed out to the third base side of home plate, just in the infield grass. Here's the pitch. Good. Fastball ripped up the middle. Bobbled by the second baseman. Everybody's going to be safe. That's going to be an RBI for Pacheco. Ball wasn't hit as hard as I thought it was. Second baseman bobbled it. It's going to go as an E4 on Gutierrez. Jaden Gutierrez, the Wildcat second baseman. Byers advances to second. Galindo scores. I believe that's going to give the Bulldogs 11, I believe. Going to bring up Brant Usherwood, the pitcher of record for the Bulldogs. He takes a called strike one fastball on the outside third. Pacheco at first, Byers at second for the Bulldogs. 2 outs in the inning. Here's a pitch. Fastball stays down, evens the count at 1-1. So that ball for Gutierrez was right behind second base. Usherwood swings at that high fastball to go down in the count 1-2. That ball came up on him, hit off the heel of his glove, and just fell to the ground. Had no other play. Here's a pitch. Fastball stays away, evens the count at 2-2 on Brant Usherwood. He's trying to do some damage right here, help himself. Gonzalez with the pitch. Swinging, foul tip strike into the mid of Pondo for strike 3. Bulldogs get 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 error, 1 Lovington error, 2 Bulldogs left on base. After 6.5, Bulldogs 11, Wildcats
now 11-4.
4.
Bulldogs going into the bottom.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. Bottom of the 7th. We're going to pinch hitter Patrick Sanchez, number 5, for the Wildcats. Count is even at 1-1 on Sanchez. Usherwood still the pitcher. Good fastball, fouled back. Runs the count. Usherwood working quick. Here's the pitch. Good curveball. Swinging strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
Now coming up to bat for the Wildcats, number 1, Kevin Ochoa.
Going to bring up the center fielder, number 1, Kevin Ochoa for the Wildcats. He's 1 for 3 in the game. We've got, let's see, umpire steps out from behind home plate. I'm not sure. First base coach for the Wildcats was yelling something at somebody, so I don't know what was going on. But anyway, we're reset. Usherwood with the windup in the pitch. Fastball. Must have stayed low on Ochoa, the center fielder. He grounded out to the first baseman last at bat. 2-0 on Ochoa. 1 out in the inning. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fastball stays down, runs the count 3-0. So Brant just needs to groove it. Got a 7-run lead to the Bulldogs. Here's a pitch. Ball 4, stayed in. So Ochoa draws a 1-out walk.
Now coming up to bat for the Wildcats, number 19, Fidencio Lujan.
Going to bring up the Wildcat right fielder, number 19, Fidencio Lujan. He struck out his last time up. He struck out swinging. He's 0 for 3 right now in the game. He hits from the left side. Bulldogs looking to roll a double play ground ball. Fastball stays in. Usherwood kind of lost his groove. That's 4 balls in a row. Or 5 balls in a row. He comes set and the pitch. Fastball away. He may be getting a little tired. He's thrown lots of pitches. I do not have the pitch count. He's down in the count. 2-0 is Usherwood. He's trying to work his way back in the count. And the pitch. Good fastball. Swung, fouled straight back by Fidencio Lujan, the Wildcat right fielder. Good pitch by Usherwood. That was a good fastball. That was running away from the left-handed hitter. He doesn't need to worry about the runner at first for sure. Throw a strike right here. Good fastball swung through by Lujan and missed for strike 2. Runs the count to 2-2. Bulldogs looking to end the game right here. Maybe with a double play. We'll see. Usherwood comes set and the pitch. Fastball away. Runs the count to full. Still 1 out in the inning. Usherwood gets a sign from Galindo. Lujan steps out. I believe he called time. He steps back in. Now everybody's ready. Usherwood comes set. And the pitch. Fastball stays up. Lujan draws the 1 out.
Number 10, Adi Paredes.
Base on ball. Gonna put runners on first and second for the Wildcats. Gonna bring up the third baseman, number 10, Adam Paredes. He's looking to do some damage. 1 out in the inning. Usherwood gets his sign, comes set, and the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. That's what he needs to do every pitch. Usherwood working quick. Here's the pitch. Good curveball. That's a rolling bunt. Usherwood gets to it, makes the play to first for the second out of the inning. Nice play by Brant. That ball died halfway between first base and the plate. Usherwood did a good job of getting off the mound, getting that out. That advances the runner. Wildcats now second and third. That's going to go as a 1-3 put out for the second out of the inning. Going to bring up the shortstop, number 3, Jude Madrid. Here's a windup in the pitch. Fastball swung through by Madrid for strike 1. Wildcats trying to extend the inning. Usherwood. He started his windup. He balked a run in for the Wildcat 5th run of the game. I'm not sure what he did, but it was called a balk. Usherwood's out of the windup. He gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Fastball, swinging, strike 2. Usherwood just needs one more strike. Bulldogs he's looking to end the game with a strikeout right here. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fastball called, strike 3. Bulldogs win the game 11-5. They've taken the first 2 games of this 3-game set, looking for the sweep in the next game. So Wildcats get 1 run on no hits, no errors, 2 Lovington runners left on base, and Bulldogs extend their record to 16-6 on the year, and Lovington's going to drop to 500, 11-11. Bulldogs go 5-0 in district. Lovington 1-4 in district. So it'll be about 20 or 30 minutes in between games, and I'll still be here. Jeff and I will still be here, and we'll see you in about 20 minutes.
Unlock the power of effective financial control with First American Bank's wide range of products to help you manage the inflow and the outflow of your cash while gaining efficiency and maximizing profitability. Plus, with robust security measures available through our treasury management products, you'll have greater peace of mind knowing you have taken steps to protect your money. Let us be your partner in growth and success, because when you succeed, we do too. First American Bank, your local first community bank since 1903. Member FDIC.
The Fonda restaurant in Artesia has always been known for its great atmosphere and even better food. Well, now you can come in and enjoy a delicious meal with a glass of beer or wine. Come see our full beverage menu today. Don't forget about our lunch buffet with lots of sweets, and we cater too. Come see us now for all upcoming parties and events. The Perkins family invites your family to come in and enjoy a meal with us. La Fonda Restaurant, proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
It looks like we passed the last frost of the season, so now's the time to hop into our planters, yards, and gardens. Sun Country Homes and Gardens in Artesia is ready to help. Take a walk through the greenhouse and take your pick from a colorful selection ready to plant. It's warm enough for the Bermuda grass to wake up. Sun Country has the seed and fertilizer you need, whatever grass you have. Potting mix, compost, and lots of roses. Drive on down to Sun Country Homes and Gardens, just south of Artesia on 285. Sun Country, yes, we're open.
KCLT is the leader in surface rental equipment and customer service throughout the Permian Basin. With yards in Artesia and Monahans, Texas, you can count on KCLT to work 24/7, 7 days a week. Their professional mechanics are always out in the field and are Dort certified. KCLT is there to make sure your site is ready when you are ready and can certify your man lift and forklift operators on site or in our yards. Save KCLT in your contacts, 575-308-8647. Surface rental equipment all in one place. KCLT, helping you keep America running. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
That concludes this presentation of sports on AM 990 at 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com. Sports on KSVP AM and FM and at ksvptv.com is presented by Abo Empire, Amigo Machinery,